Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video I want to do a deep dive on Bitcoin and what I think is going to happen in the next couple of weeks and months. And so I've been talking about Bitcoin since 2024, I think 2025. I made a couple of videos on it and we hit a all-time high of 126,000 and now we're currently sitting at 7,500. Okay, so it's been a very volatile couple of months. So from the all-time highs that we had on October 6th, we're down 44%, basically in 168 days. Okay, so a couple of months, it's been we're going on a total downtrend. Okay, so I want to basically break down what I think is going to happen. I'm right here now on this chart on the 1 week time frame. If I clear this, I'm just going to break down how I view the chart, right? So without basically saying that we're going up or going down, what I see is we are currently rejecting a lot on the moving average. So we're trading below the moving average, which is this blue line right here. The blue line basically is an indicator for me that I use. Tells me if we're trading above, if price actions is above this blue line, means we're going bullish, which means we're going higher. If we are below, means we are going lower, or we are trending bearish. Okay, so right now we had a break. Basically this was a fake out at a high of 97, and then we closed the week basically on a doji candle. Then next week we had a bearish engulfing candle, which is already a first sign, which that means that we are going to push lower, right? So the next week after that, we made a high. Basically, this is what the market is supposed to do. People buy onto this high, believing that we're going higher, and then eventually they get taken out of their positions, right? So this right here, these two candles are already a confirmation that we are gonna trend lower. Okay, we have a huge engulfing candle right here, and of course after that we pushed lower. So right now what I see is we're basically in the middle of the moving average. Now this is okay. What I need is to see something more clear. So we currently have, last week we closed bearish, we made a new high right here. It was basically a fake out, same as right here, and we closed the week bearish. Okay, so this red candle right here. Now if we had engulfed these candles on the left, would have been a completely worse position for this week. But since we are basically trending sideways right here, it hasn't given any signal on where we are going. So we need, like I said, more confirmation. We need something that tells us, that indicates us where what can we do to go either higher or lower, and that's where technical analysis comes. So on the daily time frame, as you can see, we are going sideways right here. We have yeah, no direction, but what I see is basically this, right? So let me zoom in. So what I see is we are making higher lows. So we have this first low right here at around 59, and above that we have a higher low, another higher low right here, another one right here. It didn't touch the trend line, but it's still a higher low, and then another one right here. Now what we have to pay attention to is it continuous? So is it making higher lows and higher highs? Now what we see here is, yes, higher lows are happening, and then this is a higher high, and then another higher high right here. Now what I want to see is basically the first scenario that I was thinking of is break of this 72 range. If we can break the 72 range, it would be perfect to come down, make the retest, and possibly break this high, right? We need to break this high right here in order to put this in green, then of course this in green as well. in order to keep on this smaller time frame trend. Okay, so right here we have, forming higher lows and higher highs, and then we just need to break this 72. Now if we go to a lower time frame, I don't have, so I need more confirmations on this. I need more hold up. All right, we're still on. So I need more confirmations on a lower time frame to address the direction that we're going. So we haven't broken this part yet to then after break this higher high. And then if we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, it's still the same thing. We see that we have this trend line going from these highs over here, pushing all the way down to the 71.5 range. And if I were to look for a trade right here, it would be, again, those two things. Either we break above, make the retest, go higher, or see something like this. So have a trade here, stop right above the 72, and then a take profit on below previous lows right here. And the reason is we need to make sure that we have the two scenarios, right? We need to make sure that either we go higher or we go lower, or of course we can go sideways, which I think if we look at the higher time frames, we're going sideways, but lower time frames, we can get shorter trades. So this is something that I would pay attention to. Again, we can also do a liquidity sweep here. We can also come higher, and then basically people enter here, it takes out, and then goes lower like this, right? This would be the neutral order, or it could do the same thing as well on the opposite side. So we break below the trend line, probably to the 66, and then go higher, right? This can also happen. So there's a lot of scenarios that we have going on, but again, we have to combine all of those, make sure we have enough confirmations for trades, we have enough confirmations for the analysis, and the risk management is on point. So let's just say 1,000 points for an entry would be, I think, ideal for Bitcoin. And then of course, risk reward 1 to 4, breaking these lows for sells, right? If we end up doing this is called the break and retest setup. And then also we have the liquidity sweep setup, which will collect some orders here for sells and then push lower. Next thing I want to talk about is, again, what I see going if we break above the 76, right? So 76, as you can see right here, has been respected on this high. Basically from the left right here, we have a lot of wicks, and we just respected again. So we made a new high right here. And also there's another pattern, which will be the head and shoulders pattern, which will be something like this, and then we push down on it. All right, so if we break 76, going back to what I was saying, if we break 76, I do think we can go much higher. Of course, having a confirmation, probably a break and retest here as well. I don't know what it will look like, but a break and retest on the 76, push higher all the way down to the 94 range. And the reason I believe we could go that much higher is because we have clean traffic all the way from 76 to the 94. We made a level of support, we broke support, came back, touched 76 twice right here, and then pushed back higher. Now this takes time, this takes weeks. Look, this is the weekly chart. This takes weeks to work out. But again, if you're a long-term holder or a swing trader, this could take a couple of months on a position. Or if you're just buying spot, this is the perfect trade setup for you to enter and then sell here for a couple of months after. Now again, we made like a consolidation right here below the 94 level, and then came back, made a liquidity sweep right here, boom, everyone entered because we're making highs. doesn't make sense for you to enter at a high, so price just dips all the way down to 76 after that. All right, and then if we are again going lower, which I think is also a possibility because of the weekly being bearish and probably this resistance on the 72, we are looking for, in my opinion, the $34,000 range. Okay, so this is, of course, we still have to break the 60, right? 60,000 is the lowest point right now on this year and these last couple of months. So if we break 60, I think we probably will see a low of 74. This could take some time, but again, like I was saying, we broke the 34 right here, went all the way to 60, from 60 again, right? If you follow the arrows right here, back to 34, this right here again, boom, pushed higher, and then from this high again of 60 all the way to 34 again, and then right here we just made this this was 2023 from 34 all the way up until the 70s. We went sideways for a little bit, boom, pushed higher, and then we made all those trades right here again. And now that's what I think. If we break 60, of course we have to break it, and then we have a target of around 34, 35. If we break above these highs, I believe that if we break the 76 with enough confirmations, and of course not being a liquidity sweep, which can happen right here, boom, like something like this, if we do hold it above 76, I would love to see 94 as a target. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.